Hello, little adventurers, and welcome back to our story corner. Today we have a wonderful tale about two very different friends, an ant and a grasshopper. Get comfy and let's begin. Once upon a time, in a sun-drenched meadow filled with flowers, lived a tiny, busy ant. Every single day, from the moment the sun peeked over the hills, she was hard at work. You could see her marching back and forth, her little legs moving as fast as they could, carrying grains of wheat, tiny seeds, and sweet berries. She was building a cozy pantry in her home under the roots of a giant oak tree, preparing for the days when the sun wouldn't be so warm. One bright afternoon, as the ant was carefully carrying a particularly large crumb, she heard a cheerful sound. Tweedledee, Tweedledum! It was a happy, bouncy tune played on a violin. She looked up and saw her friend, a cheerful grasshopper, hopping and dancing without a care in the world. His long green legs bounced to the rhythm of his music, and his song filled the air. "Hello there, my hard-working friend," chirped the grasshopper, stopping his dance for a moment. "What a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The flowers are blooming. Why don't you put down that heavy load and come sing and dance with me? We can have so much fun." The ant paused, wiped a tiny drop of sweat from her brow, and gave the grasshopper a warm smile. "That sounds lovely, grasshopper, but I can't. I'm busy collecting food for the winter." She pointed a little antenna towards her home. "When the snow comes, there won't be any food to find. It's important to prepare now, while there's plenty." The grasshopper just laughed. It was a light, carefree laugh that sounded like little bells. "Winter? Oh, silly ant. Winter is so far away. Look around. We have all the food we could ever want right now. Why worry about tomorrow when today is so perfect? Come on, just one little dance." He played a lively little jig on his violin, hoping to tempt her. But the ant was determined. "I appreciate the offer, truly," she said kindly. "But there's a time for work and a time for play. For me, right now, is the time for work. You should think about gathering some food for yourself, too. The days will get shorter, you know." The grasshopper shrugged his shoulders, tucked his violin under his arm, and said, "All right, have it your way. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful sunshine." And with a happy hop, skip, and a jump, he danced away across the meadow, his music slowly fading into the distance. The ant watched him go for a moment, shook her head with a little sigh, and then went right back to her work, her determination stronger than ever. The golden days of summer slowly melted away. The leaves on the trees turned from green to brilliant shades of red, orange, and yellow. The air grew cooler, and a crisp autumn breeze began to blow through the meadow. The ant worked even harder now, knowing that her time was running out. Her pantry was almost full, stocked with neat rows of seeds, grains, and dried berries. Her home was warm and secure. The grasshopper, however, continued to play. He sang songs about the falling leaves and danced with the swirling wind. He thought the changing colors were beautiful, but didn't think about what they meant. "Still working, little ant?" he would call out whenever he saw her. "You're going to miss all the fun." The ant would just wave and continue her task. Then one morning the world was different. The grasshopper woke up shivering. A thick white blanket of snow covered everything. The vibrant meadow was gone, replaced by a still, quiet world of white. The trees were bare, and a cold, biting wind howled through the branches. Suddenly, the grasshopper felt a deep rumble in his tummy. He was hungry. He looked around, but there was no food anywhere. The flowers were gone, the leaves were gone, and the ground was frozen solid. He tried to play his violin, but his fingers were too cold and stiff. His happy songs were replaced by the chattering of his own teeth. For days, the poor grasshopper huddled under a bare bush, growing colder and hungrier. He remembered the ant's words. He thought of her cozy little home, filled with all the food she had gathered. He felt ashamed for laughing at her. Finally, with his last bit of strength, he trudged through the deep snow to the giant oak tree and knocked weakly on the ant's door. Tap, tap, tap. The door opened a tiny crack and the ant peeked out. She saw the shivering, miserable grasshopper, his face pale and his antennae drooping. "Dear ant," he whispered, his voice trembling from the cold. "I'm so cold and so very hungry. You were right. I was foolish to play all summer long. Can you please help me?" The ant's heart filled with pity. She didn't say, "I told you so." Instead, she opened her door wide. "Oh, you poor thing. Come in quickly, out of the cold." She helped the weak grasshopper inside, into the warmth of her home. The fire was crackling in the fireplace, and the air smelled of warm bread and sweet berries. She gave him a bowl of warm soup and a piece of bread. The grasshopper ate gratefully, feeling the warmth spread through his body. "Thank you," he said, tears welling up in his eyes. "Thank you so much. I don't deserve your kindness after I made fun of you." The ant sat beside him and patted his arm gently. "It's all right," she said softly. "Now you understand. It's wonderful to sing and dance, but it's also important to work and prepare. Life has a season for everything. There is a time to work, and there is a time to play. You just need to find the right balance." The grasshopper nodded, truly understanding for the first time. "You are a true friend," he said. "Next summer, I promise I will work right beside you, and then when the work is done, I will play my violin for you every evening." And so they spent the rest of the winter together in the ant's warm and cozy home. The grasshopper learned the value of hard work, and the ant enjoyed the beautiful music the grasshopper played for her by the fire. They shared food, stories, and laughter, and discovered the greatest treasure of all, the joy of balancing work, play, and true friendship. And that's the story of the ant and the grasshopper. It teaches us that it's great to have fun, but it's also wise to be prepared for the future. I hope you enjoyed our little tale today. What was your favorite part? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more wonderful stories. See you next time. Bye-bye.